A whole lot of activity in the chat as the stream just starting, but nothing. As a chat, are you guys? I can't. I only see mine. Go Spurs go. I don't know if the chat's broken. That would really suck. Because a big part of this channel is being interactive with you guys, and I don't see anything. And usually somebody says something by now. Go Spurs go, or what up, Rich, or Rockets suck. I don't see anything in the chat. Can somebody put something in the chat to let me know it's... Oh, there we go. All right. The chat is working. Thank you, Kyle. I was worried. I'm like, nobody said anything? Usually something's in there. Anything. Good evening, Monkey Homer, Go Spurs Go, Mick Ship Boom from Melbourne. I was worried YouTube was broken tonight. Hello, Mike Smith. Mike, every time I see your name, I say it. I'm just going to keep thinking of the drummer from Suffocation. And that was a... Man, he could play back in the day. Probably can still play now. July 26th, Rockets. Jesse, what's going on? Peanut, thank you for stopping in. Brizzing. Darren Jeremy's out for a while. Broke his thumb, needs surgery on a reach-in steal attempt on James Harden. Just jammed his thumb. Like the radar, it appeared to be jammed, and it sucks because he's one of our best defenders. He's been playing so well offensively. And now the Spurs are going to have to play without him. And I don't know who's going to step up in the starting lineup. Castle, Johnson, Mamu, I have no idea. Kokushiwa, we need a big game from Wemmy. Daniel Bear, good evening to you. Jack, what's going on? Cheese, what's going up? Miss TSR she is sick. So Miss TSR is also not doing too well. Hopefully she didn't mind me telling the crowd this, but she's got pneumonia. And it's been a rough few days for her. She will probably be here tomorrow, but I don't think she's going to be live with us. If she's not feeling well, then she's not going to be on camera. But she might still watch the game, just wrapped in a blanket somewhere in the house. I don't think Vassell's back tonight. Not quite yet. I did read on ESPN. I think he's out for the road trip, so probably not tomorrow night either. But we will be good when we do get him back. He'll obviously be in the starting lineup almost immediately. Indeed, Clint. I don't, Glazing Baking, a double dose of bad news. Arno, good evening to you. I caught the Jeremy Sohan news around 7 o'clock last night. And I thought about doing it at maybe 6:30. I thought about doing a video. I was like, it's election night. People might be busy voting or watching that. And that's all I'm going to say on that. So I'll wait till today. And then I caught the double dose of bad news because I didn't see the Shams report yesterday that Pop his condition's worse than we thought. I was like, well... This is a double kick in the old N-uts. I did not enjoy doing that video. I, of course, enjoy speaking with you guys and communicating, but having to give 2 shots of bad news in the same video was not the way I wanted to do a Spurs video, ever. I hope she does well, too, Kyle. City Sissoko time? No politics. And Pop has been out for a few days, for the record, way before anything happened with that. But please don't bring up the person that won, the person that lost, the person that's in there. Not the place. There's tons of political channels if you want to talk about that. I'm sure there's people that like to talk about that with you, but let's put the kibosh on that now. Not the place. Let's talk about our Spurs. Let's talk about the Rockets if you want. Let's talk about what else is happening in the NBA, and leave it at that. Is Mamu starting tonight, Son of Liberty? And yet, the Wrench Gang may delete your messages too if you bring up politics. So I don't want to see your messages get deleted either. My Rockets have come back from 31 against Golden State to force overtime. So what did they? And Golden State's good this year. Speaking of Golden State, well, he doesn't play for them anymore. Did you guys see James Wiseman, the former 2nd overall pick? I think. I don't think it was first. I think it was 2nd. He tore his Achilles or did something to his ankle. I don't remember what it was, but he's out for the year. That dude just cannot catch a break, no pun intended. Mamu time for sure. Maybe we can sign someone on a short term. Maybe we bring up somebody from the G League, Riley Minix. We could do shooting. We're not going to bring up... I don't think we have anybody that can fill that defensive spot that Jeremy had. Castle's a good defender, but he's a smaller guy and not to that point yet. His offense certainly is got a long ways to go. The way Jeremy was just getting in the paint and finishing. Not always, with dunks, but just finally, getting his groove with layups and little shots near the rim. He was shooting over 50%, which he hasn't done in his career before. You guys were talking about most improved player left and right. I was like, man, the Sohan's really having a good season. And now, 7 games in, he's out for who knows how long. That's right, Jesse. James Wiseman was supposed to be this great center. No, Wiseman, this might be his last year in the NBA. He's already had quite a few injuries, has he not? And if you are constantly injury prone, regardless of how much potential you may have, and he hasn't hit, he's not an all-star type player, not a future Hall of Famer. He's a player that's still trying to find his groove, if you will. You can have a lot of potential, but if you're just always injured, teams are finally going to give up on you. Malachi Branham could start. That's a good point, Mike. I did not think of that. Yes, he was, Jesse. The Chiefs are... Branham needs to get sent to the G League. Ouch. By the way, if you've not hit the thumbs up yet, that is the way to become an official sponsor of TSR Sports. That's right. If you hit the thumbs up, I consider you a sponsor. So if you could do so, you know the deal. Pop, show them the way. Go, Spurs, go. Go, Spurs, go. Castle is starting? All right. I mean, I'm not opposed to that. I mean, what better way to learn to just get thrown out there like riding a bike? Your parents put you on the bike and they just push you and say, there you go. Proud sponsor TSR. There you go. Thank you, Nut. Start Mamu. I mean, Mamu plays well next to Wemby. It would give us better floor spacing than Sohan. Jeremy, as well as he is playing, his three-point shooting is still very much lacking. So having Chris Paul, Barnes, and Sohan... Oh, no, sorry. Paul, Barnes, Champagnie, and Mamu out there could stretch the floor even more. I think Kellen's still going to come off the bench. And I have not been following the Cavs. Are they still undefeated, Jacob? Rich, would you put Mahomes as a GOAT? As the GOAT? No. But he is certainly probably, I would think, already entering top 10 quarterbacks of all time territory just based on how much he's accomplished already. What's he, 3-1 in the Super Bowls or 3-2? I think he's got 3 titles, right? And is he even 30 years old yet? Or is he exactly 30? He's got a lot of winning ahead of him still, if the Chiefs can keep it all together. Esley, I hope not a big game for Eason, being a Spurs fan, but if you're a Rockets fan, thank you for being here. I've not seen the new Wemby Alien commercial. Miss TSR sent it to me. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. Cavs are undefeated. Wow. Kelvin has the mono roll. I think he does. I mean, I got my Johnson right here. Look, it's 2 jerseys in one. From the back, it's a Keldon Johnson jersey. Look, from the front, it's a Chris Paul jersey. Ain't that cool? It's like having 2 players. Van Fleet, Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks is playing. I saw he was on the injury report, but he's good to go. Jabroni Smith Jr. and Alperen Sengun. Thank you very much, Jay Money. Mahomes losing to Brady in Super Bowl and Conference Championship will make it hard for him to overtake. I mean, Brady's got 7 titles. Mahomes has got a long way to go to get to that number. Dang it, I hate the Chiefs. Can we trade Mahomes? This could be Daniel Jones' last year as a Giant. Heck, he could be one of his last starts coming up. All right, Chris Paul, Stephon Castle, Julian Champagnie, Harrison Barnes, and Victor Wembanyama. Stephon Castle is going to start for the Spurs. His first start for the Spurs. I'm not counting preseason. His first regulation start. So come on, Stephon. Show us what you got. He will probably be on... What do you think? He'll be defending Jalen Green more likely? On the defensive end? Bart, I'm telling you, sometimes YouTube rules are weird. And yeah, I'm just going to... I mean, my Johnson is so big, it covers up like my entire face and my upper torso. It's literally like my Johnson's taking up half the camera right now. And somebody's going to come in and wonder, why is this guy talking about Johnson? And Everfist, I like the fact he's starting. Good. Sure. Paul Castle, Wembanyama, Champagnie, Barnes for those just coming in. Van Fleet, Green, Sengun, Smith Jr., Brooks for the Rockets. It's the battle for Texas. Drew Lock. He's not the answer either. Oh, Jalen's been bad. Okay. Son of Scar, that was a tough loss to be up that much and just watch the lead slowly go away, and go away. Is it a different game if Devoncel's playing? Maybe. Is it a different game if Jeremy Sohan doesn't get hurt? Maybe. It is what it is. Having a lead like that, you got to hold on to it. And that game, and I didn't say it in the video today, but that game felt so much like the last 2 years, which made it sting just a little bit more. Where you see the Spurs playing well, and then the good basketball just poof, gone. Players are on the court, and away we go. Wow, it is empty in Houston. There is nobody there. Oh my. Ouch. Jump ball, and the ball's going to be tipped around in the air, and the Rockets will come down with it. We need a big game from Wemby tonight. We don't need 2 of 9 from three-point land, and I'm really trying not to be critical of the big man. But throwing up 8 or 9 threes and only hitting 1 or 2 of them is just not going to work. Şengün gets the first bucket of the game. Needs to establish his game in and around the paint, get a flow, get a rhythm, and if you're making threes, then yes, keep taking them. But if you're missing one after the other or rushing shots, you're just walking up and taking a shot with 20 seconds on the shot clock, let's slow it down a little. Wemby takes 2 huge strides into the paint, throws up a layup. That's what I'm talking about. Use your height. Speaking of height, those times we're seeing him getting guarded by somebody 6'5" or under and deferring to somebody else, that I'd like to see left as well. Nice defense by Wemby, causes a miss by Şengün, will bring it up the court. An awkward hop by Wemby, but he's okay. I don't know what that was. All tied up at 2. Paul tries to get it to Castle. The ball's going to go out of bounds, and a lot of contact, but no whistle. It is Rockets ball. It's turnover. Freeja, I don't think that's it. Connor, he's officially off the bench. He's been delegated to a bench role, and that's where he's going to stay. Either way, just coming in. Şengün with another bucket. Ime Udoka, if you did not know, played over 150 games with the Spurs. Castle with the ball right now for San Antonio. Over to Champagny in the corner. 12 on the shot clock. Champagny over to Barnes. 6 on the clock. Barnes into the paint. Throws up a layup. No good. Rockets ball. Nice move, but could not finish. Ball's going to go out of bounds down the other end. It's going to stay with Houston. I agree, Reyes. Mitch Johnson is the acting head coach for the Spurs indefinitely. It's a miss, and it's going to be Spurs. What? Wait. What? Isn't it 42? Did I miss a bucket? Chris Paul, did he take a bucket away? I have it at 4-2. I think that's still right. I think the NBA League Pass is being wonky. I don't think the Bucks are trading Giannis, but if it happens, it happens. Wemby with the ball, starts to drive. Step back 3. In and out. The old step back 3. Van Fleet into the paint, layup good. ESPN is saying they have 4 points. I guess, did I put a bucket on? Did a bucket get taken away? I am so confused. It's 4-2 apparently. Albert, I don't know what happened. I'm confused. I thought I saw a second bucket. Wemby, turnover, not on him. Champagny tries to force the ball into Wemby. It's going to be picked off. Smith for 3, no good. And both offenses looking a little sluggish. Nate Dogg, good evening to you. Barnes way out on three-point land. Way out. The ball's going to go out of bounds. Turnover Spurs. Şengün bounces it off Wemby. Freeja, I read that Vassell was out for the road trip. We're playing Portland tomorrow, so I would think that means he's not coming back tomorrow. Maybe Saturday versus the Jazz, which is, of course, a very winnable game. The Jazz are bad. Thank you, Peanut. I appreciate that. I always appreciate the likes. Ooh, this camera angle sucks. Oh, boy. This is like an overhead view, like a video game. Şengün for 3, no good. Castle chases the rebound down, runs into Şengün in a foul. And it's on Şengün. What's up, Vixo? The Bucks are 1-6. Oh, did I, Albert? I don't know what. I must have been looking at the. I don't know what I did. It's been a long week. I have no idea what happened there. But good to be live again with you guys. Hey, I make mistakes too. I'll admit it. 4-2 in a very, very poor offensive game so far. I don't have the Freddy glove, Nate, so it wouldn't feel right without the glove. No glove, no love. You know what I mean? Another turnover by the Spurs. Oh my gosh. That's on Wemby. Van Fleet into the paint. Throws up a layup. Good. And we're going to have a timeout by Mitch Johnson. Our offense is looking pretty rough. Esley says, I knew Dame wouldn't be a good fit for the Bucks. Yeah, it's looking like that now. No, Homer, I don't want the Rockets to win. But can somebody for the Spurs step up offensively? We have 2 points. 2! Alex, yes. He's going to get a chance to show him what he's got. Dave, Paul's running the point, I think. And Free J, I don't know what's wrong with Milwaukee. Chris Middleton hasn't been playing correct, but still, don't they have Giannis and Dame? That should get you more than one win, right? No? Okay, guess not. Veronica! It's a battle for Texas. The Spurs and Rockets again for the 3rd time already this year. Unbelievable. 3rd time already. 3, the same amount of fingers Grogu has. Look at that. 2 points. 2. And apparently we had 3 straight turnovers. Anthony, yes. Facts. I'm tired of them already. Wemby with 2 points, but turnover. Yeah, I don't. You know, Wemby's going to do. His second year is going to have a lot of ups and downs. We got to be ready for it, especially with so many changes in the team and now injuries. This team is being devastated by injuries already. This early into the season, Vassell missing time because he's not ready to go yet. Trey Jones has played 1 game. Should be backup point guard. And now Jeremy Sohan out for, I'm guessing, a month, maybe more. No, but he's probably going to be credited for it. Just like, since you mentioned that, Kokushibo, players, it's not their fault with a turnover. It drives me crazy, and I guess there's only one way to do it, but when a quarterback in football, I'm use little Mikey for this, throws the ball to a receiver, the receiver goes to catch it, and it bounces off their hands and goes straight up in the air, and then a defensive player catches that. That is not on the quarterback whatsoever, but it counts as an interception for the quarterback. Maybe Saturday, Michael Thomas? Hopefully Saturday. I don't think tomorrow. From what I've seen online, that he was not making the road trip, although... Are we at home against the Jazz, or are we on the road? It's a 5 o'clock game, which is kind of weird. Coming out of timeout, Spurs down 6-2. 2. We have 2 points. Is Castle running point? He's actually bringing it up for the Spurs, and he's going to get fouled. He is playing point. CP3 playing the 2. I guess you guys are right. All right, they're just throwing Castle right to the frying pan in the fire. He'll drop it off to CP3. It's going to bounce off him. It was deflected by a Rocket. Still Spurs ball. 16 on the shot clock. 8 minutes to go. They're down 6-2. Barnes drives in the paint. Loses it out of bounds. That's another turnover. Oh, my God. The Dyers, good evening to you. We have 5 turnovers already. That's more than a turnover a minute. And Wemby just dropped. I didn't see what happened. Oh, he's back up. All right. Brooks drives, layup. And 1. Bargeston, we look horrible right now. I think Wemby was trying to draw a charge. Instead, he got the old flopperoonie. No, we don't need another. That's another turnover counter. I think July 26th, you're right. We are missing people. We're missing 2 starters now. I don't know what to say. We have more turnovers and points. That's a fact, Veronica. Wemby with the ball on 3-point land. Back to Champagny. Champagny for a long 3. That's in and out. And it's Rockets ball. We go down the other way in. And a block by Wemby. Green was going for a poster dunk, and Wemby got the block. Wemby went down, but he got the block. He's okay. And a moment down on the offensive end, Wemby had the ball against Van Fleet and passed off. You got to take advantage of that matchup. You're more than a foot taller. Inbound pass to Brooks. Miss. Spurs ball. Can we get some offense? Paul for 3. All right. Just walks up and hits it. Bonjour, Julian. Dude, Collins has been awful this year. He's like shooting well under 40% so far. I didn't realize he's been that bad. Or shooting around 40%. Whatever it is, it's bad. I don't remember. It's bad. I can't. July 26th, if it happens, you know they will. Dave, I think they wanted defense. Kelvin's not a great defender. I think they were thinking, Sohan out, we want a capable defender in. We'll put Castle in to replace Sohan. There's a technical on the Rockets. Chris Paul's at the line shooting a free throw. I don't know what that's for, but I'll take the 1 point. 6-9. Nate Dogg Pop is not okay. Don't know the extent of the injury, his health issue, but apparently it's serious. I did a video this morning for our channel about Shams reporting that apparently it's more serious than we thought. I think he's going to be out longer than we thought. As far as what exactly happened, nobody knows. Spurs are keeping it very hush. And Şengün won a nice move in the paint, but can't finish in the paint. Wemby with the D and gets the rebound. Bassey greater than Collins. Dylan just took a shot, or he's just flopping. JC, what's going on from Australia? Wemby with the ball. Fakes the 2. Now takes the 2. Off-balance jumper. That's an in-and-out burger. Is that what it was, Albert? Yapping at the reps? All right, D. Brooks is not Dylan Brooks. It's Douchey Brooks. I don't like that guy. He's a piece of personality. Şengün loses the ball, gets it back in the paint, throws it up over Wemby. Good. Yes, Michael, it is. Apple and Banana, good evening to you. We almost had another turnover. Jeez. Paul gets the ball back, gets in Wemby. Wemby one-on-one with Brooks, who Wemby's had trouble with the smaller defender. Pulls up for Jay. In and out again. He's close on these shots, but they're not going in. Şengün down the other end. Misses at the rim. Jabari Smith Jr. with the foul. Şengün all of a sudden had cement blocks on his feet, proving white men can't jump, and had about a 1-inch vertical there. Had no lift on his jump whatsoever. And Wemby's going to get fouled down the other end. Yeah, he did, Free. I'm a Rockets fan, and I'm tired of Brooks. Yeah, Esley. Yeah, he's a punk. It is what it is. If I had that kind of player on the Spurs, I wouldn't want him around either. JC, we don't know that yet. That's not official, is it? Are they saying Pop's out for the rest of 2024? Kelvin's checked in. Zach Collins is checked in. Castle running the point. Starts to drive in the paint. Stops, pops, tough shot. No good. We have 6 points. 7 minutes into the game. Jabari Smith Jr. in the paint. Turnaround Jay. Nice shot, kid. Mr. Z. Got it. We are 2 of 9 from the field. The Rockets are 7 of 16. Zach Collins drives in the paint. Gets by everybody. Throws up the layup. Goes in. Goes out. Goes around the rim. And in. Well, we're relying on Zach Collins to get us offense. Well, it's going to be a long night. Bonjour, Isabel! I'm sure you are sleepy. But thank you for stopping in. And the Go Spurs go to you in France. Rockets ball. Van Fleet, tough off balance jumper in the paint, 17-8. Ooh, this is a rough start for our Spurs. Pop is not coaching, Pedro. Pop is out. Pop is out indefinitely. There's no timetable for his return. Brandon with the ball in three-point land, starts your drive, gets into the paint, turns it over. Nope, goes out of bounds. Spurs ball. Gawala Uno, yes. I think what we could see happening is former San Antonio Spurs legend Jacques Landale is checking in. We could see Pop. I could see him stepping down from coaching for health issues, but I think he would still be part of the front office. Just my 2 cents. Brandon from the free throw line. Jay in and out. What is with this rim? They're all going in and out on the Spurs end. The rim is rigged. No, it's not. Van Fleet, one-on-one with Castle, double team by Collins. Now he's open for a three. Steps away from both of them and hits a three. Coach Duncan, I'm in. 2:30 a.m. in Europe. Ouch. Our offense is anemic right now. Harrison Barnes drives, gets into the paint. Turns the ball over. That's at least 6 right now. Jacques Landale in the paint. Up off the glass. Air ball. 1 foot from the rim. Throws up a massive brick. Castle bringing up for San Antonio. He's going to take a three. Come on, baby. Back rim, no good. And a fast break down the other end. And a huge dunk. And we are getting dunked on right now. Vexa, this game is feeling like last year. Yes, Veronica, Spurs legend. This is rough. If you guys could hit a thumbs up for this poor San Antonio Spurs fan, calling our guys getting smashed right now. I haven't calling our guys getting smashed 5 years, but I've stuck through it. You guys have stuck through it. And all I always ask from you guys is, to be a sponsor for this channel, just hit the thumbs up. Thumbs up looks like this. No, Michael. No offense. No, I don't know. It's not about this year. It's about the next 5 years. I know, Mr. Z, but it's been so hard calling our guys for this is if they have a losing season, this will be the 6th year in a row calling them losing. Michael Thomas, you're not too far off. Brichter Wembricks, ouch. Keith, we are missing Jeremy. We're missing Devin. We're missing Jeremy. We're missing Trey. We've got 3 players out in Game 8 of the year. But you know what? We're using that. I see people saying, we're out players, chill out, etc. Let's not forget, at the end of last season, Devin Vassell and Jeremy Sohan were out, and this team started playing better. They were playing team basketball. Wemby and Mamba were clicking. I don't know where that magic is we had at the end of the last few weeks last season, but it ain't really showed up this season yet, and I don't get it. J-Mo, I think Vassell will make a difference. I think he'll help. I think we're at least a 35-win team. Okay, I'm going to push your button, but no. Frank, I'd rather not have a thumbs up than have to say that, to be honest with you. I can't say that. I'm not trying to get you to say to Super Chat. The only time I'll say something like that is if there's Super Chat, because I'm obligated to read what's up there. Although if you guys put something political or really inappropriate, I'm going to thank you for the Super Chat and be like, I'm not reading that. Yeah. You ever wonder if the wind is trying to tell us something but we don't understand? The Rockets are playing fine defensively, yep. Eric, the turnovers at JMO, no. Nope. Stop right now. And do not, and nobody else, election, no. Not the place. The start of the stream, I asked you guys to stay away from that. I'm going to ask again. Sports channel, no election talk, please. We're playing like a team tanking for Cooper Flag. Card vibe, agreed. Spurs look like G League team against pro teams. No, don't kick anybody off. That's a warning. I don't want to be, some folks are curious. A warning, if it keeps happening, then yes, they're going to have to go. And Chosen Child, we do miss Pop. Thank you, Frank. I appreciate that. I didn't see you got that bucket. I always be transparent with you guys. I will. Somebody once came in and said, "Hey, I'll give you $100 if you say blah blah blah." I'm like, I'm not saying that. The Rockets are 10 of 20 from the field. The Spurs are 4-13, and a turnover by the Rockets, and then an immediate foul by Amen Thompson. I'd like to see. Albert put in, if Pop has to leave, can Brian Wright go with him? I'm trying to be positive with Brian Wright's drafts. Yes, he drafted Wemby. Little Mikey would have drafted Wemby. I mean, that was a no-brainer. We have a technical again, apparently. Brandon at the line makes the free throw. Thank you, Houston, trying to keep us in it. But overall, the draft has been... Vassell was a good pick. I don't know if it was a great pick. Hasn't panned out as a great pick as of yet. I mean, injuries certainly are concerned with Don Vassell. The 2021 draft was a nightmare. Primo and Wieskamp was a waste of a draft. Castle to be determined. And now another foul on the Rockets. Vassell's out still. His injury from last season is still carrying over to this season. That's not baby killing. You know, TX, I saw TX Titan. I saw something again today about the Spurs maybe pursuing Trae Young. That makes no sense for Atlanta to do that, because then they would be absolutely horrible this season. And we have their draft pick. Unless the Spurs said, hey, trade us Trae Young and you get your 25 pick back, which I can't imagine giving that back with how deep this draft is. Collins is at the line for 2, by the way. First one's good, second one's not. Jacques Landale wide open in the paint, throws it down on his former team, the team that brought him into the NBA. I know, Free J. I have twice tonight. I'll try to keep an eye on it. Reed Shepard with a foul. Still Spurs ball. Spurs are the bonus. Actually, this will be 2 free throws from Malachi Branham. July 26th, I don't disagree. I'm ready to move on from Zach Collins. Unfortunately, we're stuck with his contract until next season, for another season, like $18 million. Charles Bassey. Dude's a walking injury. There you go, Veronica. Get the chocolates out. And we have an Atlanta pick swap in 26. That's right. You know what, bro, to me? It's like you made Spur team now earn a spot. What do you mean, Pedro? Goal, our drafting has not been the best. 24-13. 11-point game. Spurs have taken 6 free throws. The Rockets have only taken 1, so we're at least beating them on the line. Quick pull-up 3. That is good for Jalen Green. And now the Rockets are up by 14. Can the Spurs get it going? Somebody? Anybody? Blake Wesley has checked in. He hasn't played the last couple games. If he was in the doghouse, maybe he's out of it now. Collins is out. Wemby's in. Wemby drives in the paint. Little layup is good. 27-15. I don't think we're going after Cam Johnson. Michael, Doug was making... He wasn't making 17, but you're not too far off. I want to say when he was with the Spurs, he was making about 13.5, which was still a lot. I mean, if I made $13.5 million in 1 year, I would retire. And Wemby would have blocked. Spurs have a 4-on-1 break. You get to Wemby, get out of the way, throws it down. Soft dunk, but a dunk.
Thunder, dunk of justice.
What do the Spurs need? A forward. Dylan Brooks pulls up, hits the 2. Ideally, our starting lineup of the future is Victor Wembanyama, Jeremy Sohan at one of the forward spots, Devin Vassell, and Stephon Castle takes over the point guard duty. That's 4 players. Kelvin with a big step in the paint and a nice layup. Hopefully he can get going tonight. So I would say a forward. Our bench needs to be deeper. Our bench is... I thought it was going to be better this year. It actually... Still not very good. Jalen Green way out in three-point land. 10 on the shot clock. Looking for a pick and roll with Jacques Landale. Now drives in the paint. Goes for the layup. And gets it over Wemby. Nice job. Beautiful job. There you go. We need a forward. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Oh, that's the Brian Wright method, right? Keldon way out in three-point land. We'll get it to Wemby. 6 on the shot clock. Wemby 1-on-1 with Landale. Fakes the shot. Now takes the shot. In and out. Keldon with the rebound. 5 on the game. Into the paint. Tough shot. Air ball. And what? Rockets will not get a shot off. Down by 12. Could be worse. We are down by 12. Kyle, the Rockets are up by 12. Tough first quarter for the Spurs. The offense was just not happening. Wide open Manu. Kelvin says, I didn't realize Manu was out there. Mamu. Oh, James, come on now. Michael, he has been. So, Ernie, my girlfriend does not live with me. So just to clear up any confusion, a lot of folks say, your girlfriend's not with you tonight. She does not live with me. She's not far away. She's about 15 minutes. Usually she's at my house on the weekend, so she's good for one game. She's going to be here tomorrow. I don't know if she's going to feel up to the tomorrow night game. She's dealing with she's battling pneumonia right now, and I can't imagine she'll want to be on camera. She might be in here wrapped in a blanket, but probably not on the couch. Captain Cadogan's in the house. That's somebody I actually know what's going on. The good or bad, giving up 40 in the first. No one comes back. Thanks, buddy. They could have given up 40 in the first. No one comes back from that. Greg, what's going on? Good evening, Richard, the Lionhearted. Baby Coyote. Headband Grogu. The Professor Marianne. And don't forget little Mikey. On Rich Again's Isle. Jeff, since you're in the chat and you're coming in late and you missed it earlier, here, you can see my Johnson too. Look at my Johnson takes up the whole camera. My Johnson's even all over Selena. Okay, let's stop. I won't get in trouble. Who's selling for outsides too much? The offense? Everybody? Jamie, good evening to you. The offense has been horrendous. Defense has been pretty decent. Is our bench that horrible? Our bench... Thank you, Jamie. The problem is the bench is now becoming starters. We're out 2 starters. Devin Vassell and Jeremy Sohan are out. That means some of the guys that were going to give us a deeper bench are now in the starting lineup, like your Stephon Castles, like your Julian Champagnes. I thought Champagnes would be a great role player off the bench. He's been a starter all year because of Vassell being out. I hope you build better too, Free J. Why are we acting like every great offense doesn't have a 1-2 punch? We have 1 punch. Isabel says, about that Clippers game, the French women gym team were going strong to the Olympics. Then one of them took a horrible fall and left on a stretcher. Oh. I did, Bart. Mamu misses a 3. Bible English, good evening. I like that fun. I don't want to say that yet. It's too early to start putting him down. He's done things that are incredible on the defensive side of the court. His offense is struggling at times a lot this year, but the Spurs themselves are struggling too. Thank you, Ernie. Ozen, we don't have links in here. This is a live play-by-play in Scoreboard, just like it says in the title. Don't have any of that here for you. I'm sorry, but good luck. But I certainly don't want to promote any type of legal streams or have you go to a page that we suggest and then you get a virus or something. Wemby is on a losing team. One of the worst teams in the NBA when he was drafted. I hate to say that, but gosh. And we're still looking for the right pieces around him. Wemby with the ball right now immediately gets double teamed, and that's another thing that's hurting Wemby a lot is he, like Wesley for 3, he gets double teamed a lot because who are you really worried about on the Spurs? How many times last year, I think the Rockets were one of the teams that really started doing it, is Wemby would be on the court, and then the defender would sag off to Jeremy Sohan and just leave Sohan open and constantly be in Wemby's area or double team him. Jacques Landale for 3. Jacques Landale for 3. What? Wesley into the paint. Misses the layup. I'm watching a league pass. And now a turnover by the Rockets. Wesley with the ball again. Drives baseline. Out to Mamu. Thinks about the three. Pulls it down. He's going to drive in the paint. Throws it back to Wesley. Wesley's now going to drive into the paint. And turn the ball over. So nobody wanted to shoot there. And Ahmed Thompson takes it coast to coast and throws it down. Good evening, Yasirski. A geesh for sure on that one. Maybe Isabel. Wemby misses a three. Odyssey, I'm sorry, I don't see everything in the chat. My goodness, I missed a couple super chats in the last game. They were at the end of the game, and I was tired, and I was going over the stats. Not to make excuses, I just blew it. I had one job to do, and I blew it. Wemby 3 for 40 from threes. It's not that bad. Jacques Lindell with a little baby hook over Wemby. We're down 17. Jacques and Johnson, right? All good, Odyssey. All good. Can we stop sucking? Suck. There's another turnover. The ball just gets thrown out of bounds. This is such undisciplined basketball. Like watching the Spurs pass the ball is like watching Daniel Jones pass. Just off target, no way in the vicinity. I got to watch it with my football team and now with my basketball team. CP3 out in three-point land. Boots it out of bounds. Turnover. Marquise. Pop, Vassell, Sohan, Jones. Yeah. Blake Wesley playing some D. Almost causes a turnover. Got Jalen Green running all the way to the back court. 7 on the shot clock. And now he's going to get fouled by Wesley. So Wesley with a nice defensive play bails him out with the foul. Zachariah, it's not looking good. I hate blowouts. We got them right where they want them in the lead and cocky, right? Because when teams go up by plus 20, it's the death knell. We have 9 turnovers already. 9! Brooks from the elbow, no good. Champagny with the rebound. Can we get a run? Champagny's going to launch a 3 down the other end. No good. Mamu with the offensive board. Gets it to Champagny. Champagny will slow his roll. Get it over to Wemby. Back to Champagny in the paint. And he's going to throw it down. There we go.
Thunder. Dunk of justice.
I can already hear awful coaching screaming, "This is coaching." You should cut it. I don't know what awful coaching is, Free J. Oh, to be transparent, I don't really have time to watch other basketball channels on here. With the second TSR, well, not second TSR, second YouTube channel, this channel, everything else I have in life. And quite frankly, when it comes to Spurs talk, I prefer to get and talk to you guys. Chris Paul for 3, no good. Ball's going to go out of bounds. Timeout. I just heard we're 9 of 26. Jacques Landale is outplaying Wemby right now. But seriously, like, you guys have asked me, do I watch any other Spurs content creators? And I, for the most part, no. Because, one, doing a video on a subject and then watching somebody else's take, it's double the time, really, to get... I don't know about that. I just don't have the time. So, when I do a news story here for us, I value your opinion and feedback. Okay, let me back up. I do go to another Spurs content creator on the regular, spurstalk.com. I love his recaps for the games and his report cards, so I do that. I do check out Pounding the Rock and Air Alamo. And then I'm out of time. So I do check out other Spurs content creators, spurstalk.com, Pounding the Rock and Air Alamo in that order. So I stand corrected. I do have 3 Spurs content creators. I can't even talk. Johnson in the paint. Almost turns it over, gets it back, throws it off the glass. Good. Oops, wrong team. We need a run, like now. Peanut, I haven't watched. Don't know the second one, unless you mean SSPN. I haven't watched either one of those in probably a couple years. I just don't have time. And we're covering probably the same thing, so it would be redundant. Yeah, Eric, we are shooting that bad. Yeah, Spurs not. We're probably talking about SSPN. I like those guys. I don't have time. He's a Lakers, Wemby, Western Conference fan. Good evening, Asia. That's a combination. Spurs down by 15. Şengün in the paint. Bucking in one. Kyle, I thought you were a Lakers fan. Apples and bananas. It's yeah. I mean, we have a back-to-back tomorrow, so if this thing gets bad, then I could see I could see Mitch pulling the starters out in the fourth quarter early. I hope it doesn't get to that, but this is. He misses a free throw. And Eason gets the offensive board. Shepard for three, no good. Stefan Castle with the rebound. That's all you can do, Asia. Take it one day at a time. Like the song, one day at a time. Zach Collins in the paint. Little jumper's no good. We can't get a bucket. We cannot make a shot from anywhere. Eason's wide open for three. Tari Eason for three. It's a 20-point game. Portland Trailblazers. And where is Rodney Minix? Alexis, Ghosters go to you. And we're getting Chuck Norris right now, my friends. We are getting chucked. Nobody's getting it going for the Spurs. All right, Anthony, I understand. Hopefully we turn the game around like we did against the Clippers. I'm looking at the guys that are in right now. Champagne 1 of 3, Castle 1 of 3, Collins 1 of 2, Keldon 2 of 4, Branham 0 for 1, 6, 9, 11, 13 points out of those guys, so they're half the scoring. We got outscored 31-19 in the first, 15-7 in the second. I'm not giving up on our guys. We saw a team come back against us. We can certainly do it against the Rockets. But this is a bad start. This is a very bad start. Hopefully not a sign of things to come. Collins sucks. Well, yeah. I can't argue with that. Gabriel, I would agree. He is having a lot of smaller guys be able to stop him. Whoa, Tracy. Not at this team. Come on now. We play the Jazz and Blazers next. Illuminatics should win at least one of those. We don't deserve to play in the league. Go on. Come on, man. Marquise, I'm going to guess Saturday. I don't think he's going to play tomorrow night. I think maybe Saturday at the earliest. Bro, I think I can find LA Fitness players that shoot better than this roster. Where's Rodney Minix? He can shoot. We use him right now. Christian, yes. And he needs to be not launching threes and taking them closer to the rim. I still think we beat the New York Liberty. I agree. You know, Kyle, Mitch did great in their win against the Timberwolves, and then we had that huge collapse against the Clippers, and you just can't let that happen. So, and now we're getting smoked by the Rockets. So Mitch Johnson's resume is slowly turning into not so good. Eric, our team has a lot of problems. DJ Dinosaur, did who play? Caitlin Clark shoots better than any player on the Spurs. I don't know about that. That's not a fair comparison because same size rim, she's using a smaller ball, so it's the shots you're gonna have a better chance of the ball going in if your ball is smaller. Yeah, I said that right. Yes, Kyle. Yeah. The way the Spurs are playing right now, even Bronny James would have a career high against them. Bronny James, huh? Spurs ball. Preseason, DJ? I think they did. And now this is the third game between the two already. Brett. Another turnover. Yeah, Beavis. It's starting to look that way. Reed Shepard bringing it up for the Rockets. Spurs have 10 turnovers already, well on their way to over 20. And they have fixed the turnover issue, I believe, in the last couple games. I don't know about the Clippers game. Turnover by the Rockets as somebody steps out of bounds. Joshua, good evening to you. Could be down 40. Soyan has been playing good this year, Michael Thomas, and we could use him. But he's out. He's out for probably a month, maybe more. The other guys need to step up. Next man up. Zach Collins. 1-on-1 with Şengün. Back out to Castle. Castle on three-point land will start to drive. Back out to Champagny. Champagny will now drive in the paint. Almost loses the ball. Turnover. Yes, it is apples and bananas. I called it. I said before the All-Star break, we're going to see Chris Paul and Harrison Barnes get traded. I'm still sticking with it. Carlos Jeter, Comment says K-Big RV Mr. Z Jeter. Thank you for stopping in, my friend. It's 46-26, missed by the Rockets. Spurs ball, 5.5 minutes to go. Can we get the lead down to 10? Is that too much to ask? Get it to 10? 10 on the shot clock. Malachi drives in the paint. Throws up a tough layup. Good. Jack, you're not the first person to say I look... no, I don't look like Riley Minix. Riley Minix looks like me. I'm twice as old as the guy. I was around first. Şengün in the paint. Little jumper is good. 48-28. Reyes, do better, suck less. Most likely CPC trade, not Barnes. I think they both might go. Seriously. If the Spurs have a losing record at the All-Star break, get them to a contender. Collins won a turnover. Jabari Smith Jr. finishes down the other end. We have, what, 12 turnovers? 12, I think? No, they're not free, but we're also making unforced errors, too. And bad to sit. We just almost turned it over again. Jeez, Branham gets the loose ball. He'll pull up from the free throw line. No good. Trade everybody. Big Sean, it's... As a Spurs fan, I hate these games. As a content creator who streams live, I hate them even more. This is like a kick in each one of my testicles because of Spurs... You know, I'm getting kicked in the right nut because my team's losing. And I'm getting kicked in the left nut because this is not fun to call. I can go for some nachos, by the way. This might be our worst half. Castle for a long three. All right. All right, Castle. We see you from here. 5 Lug Racing. Good evening. I don't know if you mentioned it, Don. Why the name change? Because I know everything's labeled Side Draft Media on your channel. I'm just curious. Driving a tough layup in the paint by Fred VanVleet, who took a hard spill. Getting up slow. Spurs have a 5-on-4. Champagny wide open for 3. They take advantage of it. Get it to 10. At 5 Lug Racing is a NASCAR channel, so you guys are into racing. He's working hard over there. I think he's getting close to 1,000 subscribers, so if you haven't had a chance to check him out, I got a dang fine here, check him out. And the Spurs cause a turnover. Castle into the paint, tough shot off the glass, rolls off the rim. We cannot get anything to roll in or fall in down the other end. Shepard for 3, no good. Jabari Smith Jr. with the offensive rebound, the putback, no good. Ball's going to go out of bounds. It's going to stay with Houston. We can't rebound. We can't stop turning it over. Michael, I'll still be here. Follower, good evening to you. I'm here no matter what. You know that. We're going through a rebrand. All the content will be the same. Driver will be... Okay. We wanted to eliminate the media name from our... Oh, okay, 5 Lug Racing. I mean, it's really clear what your channel's about now with racing in the title. I mean, side draft, I know I know what drafting is in regards to cars, but maybe not everybody does. So in the long run, that might be a good idea. No, we're always calling timeouts. Wemby not playing good defense for the second game in a row. It's all highlight blocks. Opposing centers scoring at will against them. Our power forward, I guess, was Champagne or Barnes tonight. Can be, it's Mitch Johnson, who's been coaching the last few games. If you guys aren't aware, Pop is out indefinitely. His health problem is more serious than we originally thought. What the health problem is, don't know. No idea. Side draft is a term in racing when a car uses a side of a car to draft to keep me. I figured it was something like that. I mean, I know much more no drafting when you're behind another car and then you draft them to overtake them. Because I've done it in video games. Not in real life, in video games. Octane, you're welcome, 5 I didn't expect a lot of things this season, but that Clippers game stung because that felt so much like the last 2 seasons, and I thought those type of games were over. Yet, here we are. I hope so, Carlos. That would be nice. We couldn't do it this year because of logistics, but I don't have any vacations planned next year, so that would be awesome if we can do that. Rich, you think it's the defense pressuring him in turnovers or self-inflicted turnovers? Kyle, yes. It's both. It's both. Michael, Wemby's offense has been lacking this year. He is a phenomenal finisher at the rim. His field goal percentage, I believe, from two-point land is around 54 to 55%. Maybe higher, I don't remember. But that three-point shot coming to this game, he was shooting 22% from three, averaging over 7 threes a game. That is absolutely tanking his efficiency. Veronica, you're coming with me? I don't know if Miss TSR would be down for that. 2 girls for every boy. Well, Miss TSR, Veronica came to Puerto Rico with me. Bum, bum, ba-doo-dum, bum. Octane, I never hear him. The only person I hear is me. Nate Dogg, that beautiful game is not present on this team. Third quarter was Sasha 27. Wow, nice. Oh, Eric, I'm very angry. I don't want to get angry on the stream. You guys have probably seen me frustrated tonight. I haven't sworn out loud, but I've definitely sworn under my breath. Rockets shooting 55%, the Spurs only 38%, and we have turned the ball over at a high rate. Barnes in the paint, stops, pops, gets blocked from behind. And all that Lob City 2.0 talk I had at the start of the season, no, we're not seeing a ton of lobs. He's in drives in the paint, throws it up off the glass, we're down 22. I mean, maybe Wemby won't be the top guy offensively, James. If he's, our number 2 option, so be it. If he's going to be our number 1 defender, number 2 scorer, it is what it is. But I don't know who the number one scorer is. None on the team right now. Chris Paul for 3, no good. Not watching the game, saw this coming a mile away. Let me guess, no spacing. Wemby turning the ball over. JG, he's only taking a couple threes. The whole team is turning the ball over. And yes, Flexer, Jacqueline Dale has 9 points. Militano, good evening to you. The Rockets lost the ball. Kelman takes it down the other end, gets fouled, going in line for 2. Tracy, no, he can't carry this team. Not offensively. He's not there yet. He's not Michael Jordan. He's not David Robinson. He's not one of those guys who can score 25 points more a game. Yes, I'm saying the Admiral because David's rookie year, he averaged 24.3. His second year, he averaged 25.6. Now he has some vets around him, like Terry Cummings and others. Kellen's first free throw is good. Biscuit, buddy. Yeah, this is a rough first half for sure. Not my favorite first half. And thank you for stopping in, Phil. Our next giveaway, I was thinking maybe tomorrow night, but if Miss TSR can't make the stream, I might wait until she can make the next one. Because we're giving away a baby coyote, and I mean, come on. The whole reason baby coyote's on the couch is because of her. As Spurs get back in transition on the offensive end real quick, Harrison Barnes with the layup. Fred VanVleet has 15 points, 5 assists, 0 turnovers. 0. And they have Kelman on him right now because that's great. Jalen Green, pull up 3. Remember when we were a top 5 defense in the NBA? We are showing just how much Jeremy Sochan affects our defense. Wemby's going to take a 3. Not even close. An air ball. Hit the backboard. That's it. Terry Cummings. Yeah. OG, for sure. Ultimate, good evening to you. And Superfly, we are missing Sochan. We've got 38 points and have given up 61. Layup for the Rockets. I think that was Şengün. Spurs trying to get down the other end. Castle's going to force a 3. Air ball. So another forced 3 by Castle at the end of the half. I want to address something that Free J said. He said, did Tim Duncan come into San Antonio have a losing record? No. That's unfair, though. We're going to take a timeout on Free J. When Tim Duncan came to the Spurs were a playoff team except for the year before his first year. David Robinson missed 76 games, and Sean Elliott missed more than half the season, which enabled the Spurs to get the first overall pick. So this was a playoff team that was decimated with injuries. The team gets healthy when Timmy comes in. Now you've got a Rookie of the Year, plus a still then capable David Robinson, who became the Twin Towers, so of course they didn't have a losing record. The Spurs were terrible the year before David Robinson, and yes, the team turned around and at that time set a record for best turnaround. And I think when Timmy came in, it was the best turnaround. That was eventually taken away by the Celtics. I think with KG, Pierce, and Allen, I think that became the biggest turnaround. I don't know if there's been one since, but we cannot. I love Tim Duncan, but we cannot compare Tim Duncan's rookie year to other players in the NBA. He had the benefit of coming in with the future Hall of Famer still near his prime, coming back from an injury. So, totally different situation. See Sochan for Christmas? Yeah, probably. Cooper Flag, here we come. Do you think Wemby putting on muscle is... You know, I don't know. I really don't know if him putting on the weight has affected his game negatively. I'm a huge UFC fan. I've seen fighters switch weight classes and not do good when they switch. Others have, certainly. But we've seen guys try a different weight class, either higher or lower, and it just doesn't work, and they go back to the original weight class. But Wemby's certainly defensively the same player we saw for the most part last year, but offensively, final score 110-45. Come on now. No, Wemby Grandma is not on David Robinson or Tim Duncan's level yet. Absolutely. I like Matt Hughes, Nate. He's got a lot of classic slams in the UFC. So, the second quarter was actually worse than the first. We got outscored 31-19 in the first, 32-19 in the second. It actually got worse as the game progressed. That takes a special kind of, I think a special kind of bad. Let's get into the halftime stats, and hopefully the Spurs can wake up in the second half. I don't need no record-setting numbers for worst loss ever by the Spurs. Look at the Rockets first. Smith Jr. with 8, Brooks with 5, Şengün with 10, Van Fleet with 15, 5 boards, 6 assists, 2 steals, no turnovers, 7 of 8 from the field. Fred Van Fleet is absolutely owning this Spurs defense at the moment. A possible triple-double for him. Shooting lights out. We've had no answer. He also has a team-high plus 24. All the Rockets are a plus tonight in their box minus, plus box minus. Go figure. Off the bench, Eason with 5, Thompson with 2, Jock Landale, former Spur, with 9 points on 4 or 5 shooting, and Reed Shepherd with 0 for our San Antonio Spurs. Julian Champagny with 5, Harrison Barnes with 2, Victor Wembanyama struggling from the field. Again, he's got 6 points. He is 3 of 9 from the field, including 0 of 3 from beyond the arc. So he's taking less threes, but he's still not making them. He's actually, based on the number of shots, might be the worst three-point shooter in the NBA right now. I checked Russell Westbrook, who's abysmal this year. I think Westbrook might be a little bit higher. Westbrook's a horrible three-point shooter. Wemby does have 5 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 assist, 2 blocks, 2 turnovers. CP3 with 4 points. Stefan Castle. The numbers look worse than they are. He's got 5 points on 2 of 6 shooting. 1 of those shots was an end of half 3-point heave, which he's been taking a lot of those. Not doing himself any favors with his shooting percentage. He's got 2 rebounds. No assists, though, and he's been running the point. 2 steals. Doesn't have any turnovers, though. The Spurs, as a team, do have 12 turnovers, which is twice as many as you'd like to see him have at this point in the game. Zach Collins off the bench, 3. Mamu with 0. Did grab 4 rebounds in 6 minutes, but 0 points for Mamu so far. Kelvin Johnson with 6. Kelvin would have benched worse, minus 13. Starting lineup, Castle and Wemby both have minus 20 or more. Ouch. Malachi Branham, quiet night, 4 points so far. And Blake Wesley back getting some action. He's got 3 points on the 1-3 he made. 63-38. We're down 25 in the first half. And between that Clippers game and this game, this feels way too much like last night. All right, so what's going on in the chat? I see some leading messages. Not the place. Not the place, Abraham. No politics, please. Please do not get involved with that either, guys. No. Yes, I know it happened. Not the place. Here we're here to talk about the Spurs, the Rockets, how we can make the Spurs better. I'm actually shocked at this. Then they haven't get up on the season. They're down 2 players. They're down 3 players. They're down their head coach. I don't want to make excuses for the Spurs. That's a lot to overcome. You're down 2 starters. Arguably your most versatile defender in Jeremy Sohan. You're down, your backup point guard off the bench. Now your head coach is out. And that might be a distraction too. We don't know just how bad Pop's health situation is. It could be worse than it's even being reported online. We don't know. And if your coach, who is 75 years old, is having health issues, that could be up there too. Listen, you got to play better than this. And if anything, that should motivate you. Take something bad and turn it into a positive. Like, hey, we're going to go out and win one for coach tonight. Let's go out there and just crush the Rockets for him. But the reverse could be happening where they're just, well, Pop is sick and he's not doing well, and they're just mopey. I don't know. Everybody handles everything different. Muhammad, what's going on? Saddle 77. It's all hypothetical, but Parker might not be a Hall of Famer without Duncan. Manu might have had more stats, but yeah, you'll never know. Keith, we need to focus on both ends of the floor. Good evening, Jared. Connor, I think Wemby's playing to win. I don't think he's a stat chaser. And comparing Tim Duncan, who played 4 years in college, came in at 22, to Wemby, who came in as a teenager, also a little unfair. So we're missing our second best defender, our best shooter, our hot coach, and our backup point guard. Yes, Kokoshiwo. Jared, scoreboard's not broken. It's really not. Zane, I don't know why Wemby's struggling so much offensively. I mean, one of the issues, he's taking way too many threes. I'm one of the, I think he should be in the 4 to 6 range. Hey, if he's 6 of 6 shooting threes, then yes, keep shooting them. That's a no-brainer. But I think 4 to 6 is appropriate. Teams might be defending him differently. When he came into the NBA, they hadn't seen anything like that. A 7'3" player that would take outside shots and be able to move like that. Now there's film on him. Teams can prepare. And really, with them a sellout, who are you really worried about offensively on the Spurs? Who are you game planning for? Stop Wemby? We'll let the rest of the team beat us. And the rest of the team so far is showing that at times they've played well, but tonight the offense as a whole is just terrible. Pop push Parker level of playing more. Yeah, that's true. Shake. The weird thing with Wemby this year is when I see a guy that's about 7'4" get the ball, and I look, and he's got a player on him a foot shorter, and we can't take advantage of that. How are we not taking advantage of that mismatch? A guy that's over a foot taller, that's like, with all due respect, because I know she's watching, that's like me being in the post and Miss TSR is defending me. Miss TSR is 5'2", I'm 6'4". If I see her defending me, I'm going to be like, time to feast. Because I have such a massive height advantage. And so many times this season we're seeing those short guys on Wemby, and he's passing it out. He's not getting double teamed. It's not like the double teams there. He's actually just passing it out. And I'm perplexed at that. How the team how Wemby, how the team, how the coaching staff is not finding a way to take advantage of that. I don't remember which game it was. It might have been one of the Rockets games where Wemby had Fred VanVleet on him multiple times, and I'm like, all right, we got the mismatch. Okay, we're not going to do anything with it. All right, let me look at the chat because I've been rambling. Lemon flavored bleach, what's going on? You know what? Let's watch and try to enjoy the ride. We can. Rebuilding, go Spurs, go times 3,000. There you go. Joshua, I don't know. And the thing is, Yup makes a good point. Wemby's shooting 93% of free throws this year, so he is crushing it with his free throw percentage. If he could get some more fouls and get to the line, he could feast in there. Can you talk about how our broccoli-headed coach having third stringers in the second? Oh, ouch. So wait. We got Pineapple Power with Castle and Vassell, and our head coach is a broccoli head? Does his hair look like broccoli? That's mean. TSR, Wemby can't carry the Spurs, nor does he, especially when the offense looks stagnant. No, and veterans like CP3 aren't being leaders or true voices. The whole team. Clutch Sports, 7-4 and getting pushed around by small forward or power forward. I'm not saying he's straight trash. It's just, I don't get it. No, we haven't July 26th, but the Spurs right now are doing this.
Sucker!
Connor, maybe he's not a center. Maybe he should be at the 4. I don't know. Pop and his coaching team is considered one of the smartest in the league, says Alex. Pop's appointment to coach the USA team is best proof of that. We should trust their judgment in Wemby's development. We should, but we don't want to see him regress. And somebody mentioned that he falls on the floor a lot. He does. And I don't know what the Spurs' long-term plans are for him. Maybe they do see him as a Kevin Durant role. So if that's the case, if Wemby's going to be pushed to the 4 next season, and Sohan's at the 3, which I believe is his natural spot at the 3, Vassell at the 2, and Castle starting at the 1, are we drafting a center? Is there a center in next year's draft that's an absolute top 3 pick? I know of Cooper Flagg. There's another name I keep forgetting and I see a lot. But is there a top 3 center type generational talent? Don't say Bobo in the chat. We're not going to get Bobo. San Antonio Spurs 2034 NBA champions? Jared, I hope it's not that long. We're not getting Brandon Ingram. Ace Bailey. Thank you, July 26th. I was thinking Ace in my head. I was like, that isn't right, is it? It's Ace Bailey. That's the other name I hear, but he's a power forward. Kai Soto. You guys know I like Kai Soto. He's actually really been struggling lately in the B League. I think he scored, last I checked, in his last 3 games, I think under 15 points. He's not ready yet. He's not. Will he ever be ready? I hope so. Who the heck knows? No, Wemby's go-to move, I don't know. I really hope Wemby doesn't end like Anthony Davis when he was with New Orleans, when he was asked to be the guy, yet no improvement, and then AD asked out and went to the Lakers. Yeah, that would be a nightmare. I hope that doesn't happen. General Chicken, what happened? We're playing bad. No, Bailey's not a center. THW. A lot of Spurs fans do want Larry Markkinen. I don't. He's injury prone. He's already been injured this year. I like the talent. Let me rephrase that, Spurs fans. I want Larry Markkinen's talent and what he can do on the court. I don't want his injury-riddled career or the extremely high price tag we'll need to get him from the Jazz because of Danny Ainge. It's not happening. Let's get Dwight Howard. Isn't Dwight like 40? I'm hoping we're 2027 Spurs champs. I'll help raise up the Olympic storyline. 2028 in California, right? Something like that. Exactly. We're already dealing with Devin Vassell's injuries. Do we want to deal with Larry Markkinen's injuries as well? I can't wait till Devin's back. I'm very curious. We saw the impact not having Sohan has affected this team. What kind of change will we see in this team when Devin Vassell does come back? Which, again, I think it's going to be Saturday. That is just TSR throwing something out there. We don't know for sure. Jared, they stink. They stink! The Knights made an agreement with Cole. that the way their bats just disappeared for the first 3 games against the Dodgers. It's happened far too many times over the last decade? I don't know the exact time frame, but Coyote's not happy that we're losing. Poor baby Coyote. Jack, he does get stripped very easily. How about Dancing Baby Coyote to trade with you? Come on, Spurs. Get going for Dancing Baby Coyote. No, they're not, Jared. How are you the tallest person in the arena and you're not just under the basket 24/7? Freddie Freeman killed us. He set a World Series record for most most home runs, or most games in a row with home runs. He had 2 with, I think, the Braves last time they were in there, and then 4 with the Dodgers for a record 6. The previous record was 5. He's not a baby kangaroo. Connor, the whole team needs to start playing winning basketball. The Rockets are going to start off with, the Spurs are going to start with the ball here in Q3. And Castle got the start tonight, and that does not seem to be the answer so far. Champagne out 3-point land. We'll get it to CP3. CP3's open for 3. He'll take the 3. He'll miss the 3. And Wemby with the offensive board. And that's another shot that went in and came out. We have just had some bad luck with shots tonight. Castle fakes the 3. Now he's going to take the open 3. Front rim, no good. And a turnover by the Rockets. Spurs ball. Barnes for a G League player. David Wemby's playing. Struggling tonight. Versace 27 points, 6 of 8 from 3. Yes, I'm angry with the Yankees, Alex. They haven't won a World Series since 2009. That is not acceptable if you're a Yankees fan. That gets most coaches fired in New York. If George Steinbrenner was still there, he would have fired Aaron Boone's ASS years ago for failing in the playoffs. Update your video intro to cause the Giants, Spurs, and Yankees stink. That's long-winded. Inbound pass, and Wemby immediately with a bucket. All right, let's get a run. Come on. A run, please, so we can make this game competitive for love of Spurs Nation. Right? Win it for a pop. Don't come out here playing like this. And a turnover by the Rockets. There we go. Cause turnovers. Don't make the turnovers. Don't be the Pillsbury Doughboy making turnovers. Cause the turnovers. Carlos, yes, you should have been angry. There's no Yankees fan on the planet that should have been okay with that World Series and how it played out. Doofus decisions by Boone. Game 1. I mean, just look at Game 1. The game's on the line. You're up in a tight game. You need some outs in the 10th inning. So who are you going to bring in as a pitcher? A guy that hasn't pitched in over a month in Cortez. And what's he do? Gives up a grand salami to Freeman. Game over. Caps locks, we've been playing really bad. I mean, honestly, after that, Jared, after that Game 1 loss, Party was like, we're not coming back. I don't like thinking that. And you always try to think your team, they're not out of it. But I was like, this is a demoralizing loss. How do you come back from this? And they didn't. They lost games 2 and 3. They won game 4. And then blew game 5. We need some nasty Andy is right. That's probably the worst fighting I've seen. Yeah, Kyle. I think I was calling the game here tonight, so I didn't see some of the bonehead plays. Like somebody not, I think a pitcher not covering first, and just a whole bunch of errors. I had the game on. Whenever we were in a timeout, like now, I've watched the Yankees game, but I think I missed a lot of that nonsense. William Juby. Yep. It's that kind of night, man. It's that kind of night. This feels like last year and the year before. And those were hard times to get through as a Spurs content creator. Just losing as a Spurs fan sucks. You guys feel it as Spurs fans, right? But now calling a blowout, and it's your team getting a blowout. It's not the other way around. I don't see we're getting... Connor, I know Spurs fans are going to start saying Trae Young. I don't see it happening. Just saw Wemby shooting 42% from the field and 22% from 3. Yep. Yeah. His efficiency is not good. Judge and Volpe made errors. Okay. Judge missed the easiest catch after making an unbelievable catch. Of course he did. They did, SJ. If the Spurs start losing this again, I don't know how I'm going to make it through. I will persevere because I'm a Spurs fan. But it's tough. You guys know what it is. You see the channel. When the Spurs are playing well, interest is up. And then as they lose, I was telling my girlfriend, I'm like, man, the interest is the highest it's been in years. We're getting about 8,000 to 10,000 views a stream. This is a lot of fun, seeing so many Spurs fans excited. But if they start playing like last year, you're going to see that number get cut in half and they get cut in half again. And that's just... I'll still be here, and the diehards will be here, but I'll understand if people are like, I don't want to watch Spurs lose by 20. Hopefully it doesn't happen. Ball's going to knock out of bounds, Spurs wall. No, I don't think it's worth it either. Caps lock? Is it going down a lot? Oh, T Gunk with the angry... Is that angry toast? How bad is the NBA decline in viewership? Wemby with the ball, you're going to get fouled. Yeah, the San Antonio Blues. You know what, Kyle, that's true. Ohtani did very, very little. And he got hurt. Dislocated his shoulder, I think. Wemby's going to be at the line for 2 where he's been... I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to jinx it. I need some Grogu. Cheer me up. Come on, Grogu. Cheer me up, buddy. Wemby's first free throw. TX, I don't like it when they're turning the ball over or when they're down a ton. Wemby, by the way, has 9.6 rebounds, 2 blocks for the night. Not the best. Not the worst. About an average night for him so far. There you go, Medicare. Stay positive. I mean, I guess if there's a silver lining, if we're bad, three threes. If there's a silver lining to this, a high draft pick in a phenomenal draft class. But I really don't want to go through 74 more games of losing. I think once we have a full... When everybody's back, which hasn't happened yet, Jalen Green gets by, everybody gets in the paint, gets a layup. When we have a Sell and so in the starting lineup, which won't be for at least a month now, I think we'll start putting together some wins. But it might be a struggle until then. CP3 is going to launch a quick 3 down the other end. He's been shooting well. First, last, a Rockets fan, thank you for stopping in. And yes, Wemby is a machine at the free throw line. Baby. Oh, Jared. Quick bucket for the Rockets, 67-45. Champagny for 3. All right. Can we get some stops now? Wemby is 21 from 74 from 5 feet and further. Oh, my gosh. Somebody actually commented that today. I don't know if it was you, Michael, but his shooting outside 5 feet is rough. Wemby with a block on Şengün. There we go. No, not in my house. Rest in peace, Dikembe. Miss you. CP3 for 3 again. There we go. Come on, wake up, guys. Do it for Pop. Finally. Somebody's stepping up a little bit. LFG is right. Jabari Smith Jr. flies in the paint and gets the layup. He got around Wemby. And the Rockets just 69 us. Get the lead to 8 to 10 this quarter. Get it to a reasonable amount. That's the goal. CB3's open for 3. Nope, going to get it into Wemby. Wemby caught the ball and just whoop out into the sands. He got the pass and immediately deferred. He had a small guy on him. I even hear the announcer saying he's why isn't he looking to shoot first? Why is he passing? And then Van Fleet down the other end. So the little momentum we had, thank you, Greg. We just kind of gave it back. He's going to take a mile-long 3. Chris Paul with the offensive rebound. Out to Castle. Castle fakes to... Oh, he's going to get fouled by Van Fleet. Brian Dable, he stinks. He's going to be looking for a job soon. Flexer, that turnover was ugly, and Zach Collins now checking in. Wow. Mitch Johnson benching Wemby already. I don't know what happened with that Wemby turnover. I got nothing. I can't even talk. Rockets have 46 points in the paint. We have 22. Champagne for 3. Nope. Go Spurs go is right, Veronica. This is a tough game so far. And we do need some chocolates. Lots of them. Şengün wide open in the paint layup. Another timeout by Mitch Johnson. General Chicken, he does need to. Timeout Spurs. Zach Collins is not a good defender. A lot of Spurs fans are really, really done with him and want to see him off the team. I can't really argue with that statement. Anybody else says Collins is unplayable. There you go. 73-51. That's a 22-point lead. You're close. Spurs have actually outscored the Rockets in this quarter 13-10. That's not quite enough at this moment in time. G51, no. We had our best game of the year. Our best game of the year against the Timberwolves. Followed by our worst, I guess, will you say choke of the year? Versus the Clippers. And they came out and had one of our worst first halves tonight. Hello there. I don't want to say I hate Zach Collins. I dislike him. I do, Albert. Kyle, the whole Rockets team's cooking us. It's been a rough night. How do you feel about the trade talks? I don't think anything's going to happen. I mean, it's the same rumors as last year. I don't really feel like making another Trae Young trade rumor video. We went over that left and right. Unless there's some gravitas to it and it looks legit, right now it's all hyperbole. Collins and defense. Two opposite words. I don't think Bryn Forbes is in the NBA, Anthony. He might be in jail. I'm just saying, he might be in jail. No, Muhammad, our defense has absolutely fallen off. We were top 5 defense with Sohan. Without him, forget it. I don't think Trae Young's the answer, Katie. He's a terrible defensive player. He's small, which means he's going to get eaten up by the bigger guards in the Western Conference. Every player in the Spurs has a negative. Nice. And yes, Michael Jordan was in college at 20. I think he was a rookie at 22. Exactly. Spurs always going to be in trade talks with all their assets, all their draft picks, and then nothing's going to happen. Nobody was a him at 20. I don't think they're coming into the league at 20, so that I'm going to double check, but I don't think they're playing at 20. No, he was 23. I'd say Wilt Chamberlain, his rookie year, he was a him. Wilt averaged 37.6 points per game and 27 rebounds, but he was 23. So he was taking 32 shots a game. Oh my God. Wasn't LeBron? How was LeBron in his second year? Didn't LeBron come in at 19? Champagne gets the layup in the paint. Out of curiosity. 20-point game. LeBron was 20 in year 2. He was an all-star, averaged 27 points per game, 7 boards, 7 assists, 2.2 steals. That's kind of a him. I'm not a LeBron guy by any stretch of imagination, but he was a him in year 2. Come on, 27 points per game. And that was in 2004-05 when there was more defense. I'm going to say LeBron was a him in year 2. Collins misses because Collins misses. 7 minutes ago, Spurs down by 22. Setup news, what's going on? Şengün takes it at Collins. Went right by him is right. Kokushibo, I'm just saying. Collins for 3. Somebody said nobody was him in year number 2. I found a somebody. You didn't say I couldn't take one of the top players of all time in the NBA. Just the comment was nobody was a him at the age of 20. I'm saying somebody was. That's all. Jalen Green misses a 3. Collins in the post. Out to Champagny, open for three. Takes the three. All right. We need Brownie Jr. Salute, setup news. You know, Katie, yes, LeBron is on another level. I mean, he's 40 and still playing well. Foul by Chris Paul. Wemby's not Luka. Actually, did Luka come in? How was Luka when he came in the league? Because he pretty much got going right away, right? Luka Doncic? Was he a 19-year-old rookie? I don't remember. Luka Doncic was a 19-year-old rookie. At 20 years old, he averaged just under 29 points a game, under 10 rebounds, under 9 assists. He was a him in year 2 as well. So Luka Doncic, at 20 years old, was putting up monster numbers. All right, so there's been guys that have done it. By the way, usually we get at least 150 thumbs up. I know the Spurs are getting kind of crushed right now as Kelvin Johnson hits it too. I'd like to get at least 150 thumbs up. You guys can make it happen. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, please do so. Your thumbs up is the official sponsor of TSR Sports. Go, Spurs, go! Go, Spurs, go! Let's pull Greg Oden out of retirement. Dude, his knees are shot. Yeah, Juwan, I didn't realize Luka was that good in year 2 at the age of 20. Absolutely ridiculous. I mean, Jedi, what's going on? Turnover by Van Fleet. Almost a turn by Castle. Gets it to Champagny. Champagny almost loses the ball. Back to Castle. Offensive reset. Castle's going to launch a 3. Off the rim, no good. Flexor, yes. And yes, Borgathon, we are Butterfingers tonight. Thompson for 2. Anime TV. Someone needs to get cooking for the Spurs. I mean, we were hitting some shots here, but our defense is abysmal tonight. And a turnover by Kelvin. Another ball is going to be knocked away, and it's going to be Spurs ball. Stephon Castle causes the turnover, knocks it off Eason. I like that official sponsor of TSR. His like button. Never change, Rich. Thank you, Free J. Look, it's just the way I roll. I've told you this, anybody new to the channel, that, by the way, if you're a Spurs fan and haven't subscribed, we have an awesome Spurs community, but I want this to stay a fun Spurs channel. Almost a shot. Actually, there's a shot clock violation by the Spurs. I don't want it to turn into a business. I don't want to ask you guys for money or tell you guys to buy stuff. I want it to stay just a Spurs-focused, enjoy the Spurs together channel. If I ever get away from that, call me out. Greco, we're messing up everything. Nothing's going right for San Antonio. Şengün from the elbow. Every time we get close to like 16, Rockets go on a run. Yeah, Michael, the struggle's real. Branham for 3. We're starting to hit some threes, but we can't stop them at all. Jared, I mean, we're hitting some buckets, but there's no defense. Rockets are just hitting everything. Jabari Smith Jr. from the baseline hits the jumper 85-64. Jabari Smith Jr. with 12 points and 4 rebounds. Champagny from the free throw line, short, no good. Ball will go out of bounds. It'll be Rockets ball. Zazelle 6'6" number. Thank you for stopping in. Kyle, he did watch him take that shot. TSR say Collins is trash and make me feel better. Caesar, he's not good. I'm not gonna say he's trash. I don't want to sit here and I don't want to sit here and say he's trash. He's not been good this year. Dariusan, pull up in the paint. Frank Leaf, I got to tell you, you might start seeing your backups come in. The Spurs play against Portland tomorrow. I wouldn't be shocked if Mitch Thompson waves a white flag earlier in the 4th and just brings in all the 3rd unit. Wemby's back in the game. Guarded by Dylan Brooks, takes it at him. Layup. Good. And that's what he needs to do with shorter guys on him. Take it at them. Go after them. Get him! Find him, track him, kill him. Wait, this isn't Rambo. Or the Expendables, sorry. Brooks in the paint. Tries to get to Thompson. Thompson's fouled. Well, hello, Kicks Newsa. Thank you for stopping in. Fire Mitch? What? Well, Mikey, even though the Spurs are losing, still got a big old smile on his face because he's always happy. I am from the 413. I'm from Western Massachusetts. I grew up in Massachusetts, lived in Virginia for a decade, came back, live in Connecticut. I grew up a New York Giants and New York Yankees fan, living in a New York household. Discovered David Robinson halfway through his rookie year. Become a Spurs fan since. Not just the baby coyote, Jared. Levitating baby coyote, coyote. My bestest little buddy. Boop, 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 boop. Boop. Both free throws, no good. And the Rockets get the loose ball. And a miss. And Eason with an offensive board and put back. Coyote does not want to watch this anymore. Oh, poor Coyote. He's going to look at the wall instead. Or I'd probably just take a nap. Wemby runs into the paint and then just loses the ball. An alley-oop the other way, and alley-oop layup to Jalen Green's no good. And then a block by Mamo on Jock Liddell. Liddell misses again at the hoop. And it's Spurs ball. Mamu gets it to Wemby. Wemby back to Mamu. Over to Wesley for three. No good. Ball out of bounds, and it's Rockets ball. Blake Wesley firing off threes is not the way we're coming back to this game. And no, Tim Duncan Taylor's not walking through the door. Bongzilla. Great name. I'm not throwing gang signs. That's where I'm from. Blake Wesley with the steal. I'm from the 4-1-3. Spurs ball down by a minute. Wemby for three. No good. How many threes is he taking tonight? Is he 0 for 5? 0 for 5. Dylan Brooks drops a deuce on us. We're down by 25. I don't know how the Cavs are undefeated. Blake Wesley thinks about a three, pulls it down, drives in the paint, spins around, throws it up, gets blocked. Yes, he is, the Dyards. Terry Eason's three is no good. Malachi Brandon with the long rebound. Under a minute to go, Spurs down by 25. Johnson flies in the paint. Nobody there, layup. All right, so start of the run, guys. Start of the run. Black Panther. Wait, did you change your name again? You have a long channel name. Rockets go 2 for 1, and Jalen Green hits the three, 94-68. Right, William? That's actually a good analogy. Fire away, Wemby. Another logo three from Wemby. I haven't seen one of those yet. No, Carlos, don't be sorry. You're free to do whatever you want, man. No apologies necessary. Mamu for three. Can we have the greatest fourth quarter comeback? Wesley for three, brick. Wesley in the paint, blocked. Yep, Pedro, that's how it's going tonight. Green for three, no good. Landell gets it to Eason. Eason throws it up. They're saying it counts. They're going to review it. Jared being sarcastic. This is a close game. Lakers are down to the Grizzlies at least. All right. Well, I can at least hope the Lakers lose. No offense, Carlos. Let's not forget, this is the same Rockets team that came back being down 22 when we won. That's true. Anthony, it's It's rough. I said this earlier in the stream. The last 3 quarters of that Clippers game and this game tonight really feel like the last 2 seasons. I don't want to go through that again. I will, because I'm a Spurs fan, and I'm used to losing because I'm also a Giants fan. Let's see if we can get a Lonnie Walker game in the 4th. Sure, this team is just a bunch of G-Leaguers, including... I don't want to say we're tanking. Slade, no, we cannot send the entire team to G. Don't you dare, Kokoshibo. He put a 19-game losing streak incoming. No. They don't even look mad about being down 20. No, Juan. They look very... I'm shocked at how the team's playing tonight. And I don't know if it's because... Is Pop being sick messing with them? Is Sohan being out that much of a detriment to the team? Have we been outscored every quarter? No, we did outscore them by 2 in the 3rd to cut the lead to 23. So it was 25. So baby steps. Oh wait, we gained only 4 quarters. At this point, we'll be playing for the participation trophy. Kokoshibo, I mean, I am used to us losing, but I don't like it. On the bright side, the Bucks are 1-6 and the 76ers are 1-5, and I believe I saw Joel Embiid has been suspended for 3 games for something in the locker room. I don't know what. I just caught a blip of it. I hope we get at least back to below. Oh, do you have? He's been on the game. Why didn't the Spurs draft Klingon to replace Collins? James, he wasn't available at 7. The Spurs drafted Stephon Castle at 4. The Spurs may have had Don McClingan in their radar, but he went 7th to the Portland Trailblazers. We do want the Hawks to lose every game. Yes, for sure, William. Joel came out of reporter because the report talked about his... Oh. Alvin, good evening to you. This is... Yeah. This is a rough game. Rockets have outscored us in the paint by 28. They took away the bucket. Reed Shepard takes a 3. Well, I'll just put that right back on the board. We are missing Sohan. Sohan's been a bigger... Yeah. I mean, the defense is non-existent without Jeremy. Malcolm Brandon out in three-point land. Throws the ball away. That was deflected. Stays with the Spurs. 11.5 minutes to go. This blowout. Youssef, it's not our best game, that's for sure. I've never seen Castle and Brandon be this aggressive with the ball in their hands. Shepard, please retire. Melissa, I'm hoping Saturday. Blake Wesley misses in the paint. And offensive basket interference on Mamo on the putback. Spurs are going to challenge it. I'm hoping Vassell's back Saturday. At this time, can we just spike the like, giving us great play? Thank you, Veronica. I am still trying here. It's so hard to call the Spurs when they're playing like this because you're trying to find positives, but when your team's getting blown out, yeah, we do need minutes. I think we're waving the white Cooper flag. Nice. Timeout. Flying Dagger, I have no idea what's going to happen. William says, thanks for covering this monstrosity anyway, Rich, and also for staying up late for the Clippers game. Not easy on the East Coast. William, that was rough. To anybody that's in the chat that donated during that game at the end of the Clippers game, my apologies. It appears I missed 3 super chats at the end. When I was looking at the box score and game stats at the end of the game, I couldn't see the chat. And when I came back, I did a quick scroll up. They didn't see anything and went to bed because it was late. No excuse. I should have checked a little more. So my apologies for missing not 1, not 2, but 3 super chats. That game was rough. I was exhausted at the night. Ultimate, he's not going to want to play for a losing team. Points in the paint now 60-30. Free J, I didn't see the replay, but it didn't look good in the initial one. I think Mama might have offensively interfered with that. Spurs like to collect role players, praying they become stars. If they do, then they can let them go to save money. How are the fans not calling us out? I don't think we're doing that. Telling me to spend over 3 games was because you showed the reporter. That reporter should not have did that. But you also, when you're a celebrity, you got to make sure you don't do something stupid because you're in the limelight. You cannot be pushing anybody in the locker room. You're going to get called out for it. We don't have a reliable 5, THW. Thank you, Black Panther. Connect equals crap. Connect like the Microsoft Connect. T-Gunk, Go Spurs, go to you. Go Spurs, go to everybody. We're getting crushed, but Go Spurs, go. Betsy's not been getting any minutes. It was said Vassell could be back first home game back, so tomorrow could be it. Definitely not tomorrow. He's not part of this road trip, so probably Saturday. DeJounte Murray. Oh, okay. Murray, White. Yeah, I mean, well, Kawhi's situation was totally different. Kawhi wanted out of here because of the conflict with the team about his injury. Mud, offensively, he's struggling. Oh. I don't know if that was offensive interference. They gave him the bucket. We won. Oh, tomorrow's a home game? Oh, okay, Jose. No way, Jose. I thought it was a road game. My bad. You know, Ballistic, oddly enough, I did a video on that, which it wasn't really viewed much. It's actually one of the lower performing videos on the channel. I did one about 2 weeks ago about, you know, boom or bust in his second year, and I said he was going to do really well. Not looking good right now. 2 free throws for the Rockets, up 25. We're playing the Portland Trailblazers at 8 o'clock. I'll be live at 8 p.m. Eastern. Donovan Clingan against his former teammate Stefan Castle from UConn. We did win the challenge. Made them both. We're down by 26, though. Glaze and Bacon, we need Sohan, we need Pop, we need Vassell, we need Jones. We're missing a lot of pieces of our team. Brandon drives the paint. Nice job, gets the layup. Cuts the lead to 24. Yep, we won't win 30 if we play like this. We'll be a 22-win team again. I, for the love of Spurs Nation, I can't go through that again. You guys can't go through that again. Greenwood 3. Lakers without Anthony Davis are losing. Do you know, is AD out? He's not hurt again, is he, Carlos? Anthony has been injured quite a bit in his career. He was relatively healthy last year. Wemby for 3. Hey! 1 of 6 from the game now. 12 more likes to get to 150. Let's make it happen. 12 more likes to get 150. We got to at least get 150 for this poor Spurs fan watching this and you guys hanging out too. So become an official sponsor of TSR Sports. Hit the old thumbs up. Just like that. Thompson's jumper, good. 104, 102. Sorry, 104. I wish 104, 102. From 102 to 104, Wesley gets in the paint, gets a little jumper off the glass. And a timeout by the Rockets? Why? Okay. Yeah, Veronica, I'm there too. We should trade Wemby to the Wolves for their 2050, 51, 52, 53, 54 first-round picks. Wemby's 8 of 60 from 3. Oh, he hurt his ankle again. His ankles are fragile. Too early to tell for now if the Wemby-Paul connection is not working. No, it's not. That's right, Jedi did have a gaming channel, Carlos. I forgot about that. We're on a timeout. This is not what I expected tonight. Bro, if Wemby wants out, the only team that can form is the Thunder. Then they give him a chance. Like, oh, that's not funny. He's 1 of 6 from 3. That's about 17%, which would bring his average down for the year. He was shooting 22% coming into the game. I don't like being critical of Wemby. The three-point shooting this year is next level bad. I actually want to check and see who's having worse years shooting the 3. Russell Westbrook or Victor Wembanyama? Oh, stupid pointy thing disappeared. All right, I'm going to go to Basketball Reference. We said Wemby is shooting 22% when he came into the game. How about Westbrook? What's he at? I think Westbrook might be worse. I don't know. Westbrook is averaging. He's only averaging 3.5 3-pointers a game. He's shooting 21%, so actually he's worse. But Wemmy's taking twice as many threes, and he might be actually at 21% now. He's 1 of 6 tonight. Take a look. Wembanyama, 1 of 6. All right, where's the totals? 1 of 6. He is 12 of 56 for the year. 12 of 56. I'm going to grab a calculator. 12 divided by 56. 0.214. That's 21%. Wemby is 21% from 3 and averaging 7 threes a game. That is, that's something. That's a little rough. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little rough. 12 divided by 56 equals bad. Why do you want to make the plan? We're not going to make the plan like this, Juwan. But Spurs for life. There you go, Ozzy. Spurs for life. We're down 104 to 80. It's Rockets ball. Jalen Green has it right now. Zach Collins is in the game. Well, that might be the last we see of Wemby. The Spurs are playing tomorrow. I would not be shocked if Wemby's done for the night. Jacques Landale, little jumper in the paint, no good. A fight for the board, and Mom will come down with it. Maybe we'll see Charles Bassey in this game at some point. You get to Blake Wesley, back to Collins. Collins in the paint, underneath the backboard. Passes it right to Amen Thompson. He's not on your team. Dylan Brooks for 3. Hits the front rim, goes straight up, and goes in. Alvin, this is rough. Mamu for 3. 21% will not get it done. That is a fact. I got to think the Rockets are going to be going deep in their bench shortly. Dylan Brooks drives in the paint, stops, pops, back rim, no good. Malachi Branham with the rebound will bring up the court for the Spurs, gets in the paint, throws it up off the glass, no good. Thompson with the rebound, and Brooks will now bring it up for Houston. Over to Jalen Green, Green for 3, no good. And Reed Shepard with the offensive rebound and putback. Shepard showing some ups. He's got like a 42-inch vertical. Welcome back, Asia. The Spurs are getting annihilated tonight. Branham with the ball again. Drives in the paint. Up off the glass. No good. Foul's going to go to the line for 2. All right, Jose. Have a good night, man. Why do we play Zach Collins? Because we're paying him $18 million a year. That's why. It's the only reason. We signed Zach Collins to 2 years and like $36 million. Facts, Kawhi. I think it's hard to watch this season because our expectations were higher. I wasn't expecting the world with this team, but watching this type of game is just it's hard. Brandon at the line for 2. Castle Vassell sign Wemby flag will be wild. Well, Jason, I'm okay with that. Brandon missed the first one, made the second one. 84 to 109. Spurs down by 25. The Opinion Sports Show. Jeremy Sohn's our Spurs' most valuable player. Ever since he left, the defense went to hell. It has gone to HE double hockey sticks. Our defense has changed substantially without the Sohan. Fouling the Spurs on Green. How do we have no money to sign anyone, but the Celtics can give their whole starting lineup 100 play? Right? I try, William. I try. Your next video should be on what the Spurs should do with some of these players that have been on the team at least 3 years and still inconsistent, and who should go for trade or draft. TX, I was thinking I do these random videos, and in the title will say "Time to Move On." I think I did one in the summer, but man, some of our guys just have not progressed at all. Bench Collins to put in Billy Boy Jensen. Rich, I take Kawhi's defense a billion times. Well, yeah. Kawhi's an elite defender when healthy, which he hasn't been. Yes, they do, Kokoshiwo. Yes, they do. Is Mitch raising it? Charles, oh, he is. Charles Bassey's checked in. City Sissoko's checked in. Yeah, we're playing tomorrow, Juwan. We got the Blazers tomorrow, so yeah, he's raised the white flag. I'm not shocked. I figured 5 minutes into the fourth, Wesley misses again around the rim. I thought 5 minutes in the fourth quarter, we'd wave the white flag, wave the Cooper flag. Nope, we're already waving it. I'm going to stay to the end. Green for three, no good. Thompson chases down the rebound, and they get the offensive rebound. Easy turnaround, Jay. Good. We're down by 29. I kind of did a walk down memory lane with myself, Free Jay, and while I can become a Spurs fan in a video somewhere on the channel. City Soko thinks about a three and realizes, nope. We got David Duke Jr. out there. Dookie. Mamu runner in the paint. Good. The Tim Duncan quadruple double. Free Jay, that's actually an incorrect statement. David Robinson has the quadruple double for the Spurs and the 70-point game. Timmy had one in the finals, but they took, 2 blocks away? So he doesn't have an actual triple-double. Mandela gets, I think, blocked by Bassing. If anybody's checking out for the night, I totally understand. If you get the thumbs up on the way out, would greatly appreciate it. I think we're still trying to get to 150 thumbs up because the Spurs team has been rough. We still haven't gotten to 150, so if you've been hanging out and haven't hit the thumbs up, what are you waiting for? That's all we asked for. I mean, should I stop asking for the thumbs up and start peddling merch and asking for Patreon and asking for memberships? I'm just kidding. Or am I? Cowboy X Factor, good evening to you. We got a Riley Mix sighting! My brother from another mother is in the game. Charles Bassing the paint. You're going to get fouled. All right, thank you, guys. Chris Paul's not going to play again, Alkaline. He's done. The Spurs have given up on this. Not given up, but their starters are all out. We've gone full bench mode. Harrison Ingram, Riley Minix, Charles Bassey, David Duke Jr., City Sissoko. The starters are not coming back. The Spurs have a game tomorrow against the Blazers at 8 p.m. Eastern, which I'll be live for. Charles Bassey is in there. Petition to terminate Collins' contract. I don't think it's that easy. First free throw is good, and yes, let's not lose by 30. Let's get it under 25. Let's make a goal. Vassell averaging 25 points per game. Oh my gosh, I wish. That'd be great. James, they're not going to waive him. I think he's got way too much dead cap space. General Chicken, I'm hoping tomorrow. I saw he wasn't making the road trip, so maybe he will make his debut tomorrow. I didn't realize that game against Portland was at home. Not like the Spurs are far from home. They're in Houston tonight. David Duke Jr. starts drive, gets to the paint. Pull-up J off the glass is no good. Jacqueline out the rebound. Let's go on a 20-0 run so Paul can come back. An In-N-Out burger for Cam Whitmore on the 3. Spurs ball. Michael Esparza, this is that's a bad one. And an air ball by Harrison Ingram. I didn't recognize him at first. It's been a while. Thank you, Michael. Thank you for watching the replays. I appreciate that. Rockets ball, 115-88. And a foul on Eason. I think it's on City Sissoko with the foul. I don't think we can win this game. Maybe we can have Baby Coyote or Grogu. Call it, okay. He was sleeping. And this is how Baby Coyote calls the game. Alright, I guess it's not his thing. Free throw is good for the Rockets. Even taking the Spurs plus 20 live is killer, right? I'd take a second for Collins at this point, Blazing Baking. I would take some chips. Homer, yes. I'm not gonna lie, this game is making me tired because of how bad we're playing. Jared, I think it is over. Second free throw is no good. 28-point game, and now a quick foul on David Duke Jr. on the other end. He needs to be catching bat. Oh, he does need to be catching bats. Rawr. Oh, I didn't see the question, Michael. What are your thoughts on Mitch? You know, it's hard to tell because a lot of you guys will ask, what are your thoughts on this in the game? What are your thoughts on that? And because I'm looking at the chat, I'm looking at the scoreboard and calling the game, I can't get a read maybe that you guys can get on the game. I think losing... losing that Clippers game the way we did was inexcusable. I got to put it on the coach on that one. But my goodness, this team without Jeremy Sohan, the defense sucks. Wemby's offense has been surprisingly nowhere near as good as last year. He's settling for a lot of perimeter shots and setting for a lot of threes as David Duke Jr. gets in the paint and throws it up, rocking the headband power. But just seeing Wemby chuck these threes left and right, I did not expect that coming into the season. If anything, I thought his three-point output would be about the same, about 5 a game, not up to 7 a game. He's 1 of 6 tonight. Rockets ball, turnaround J is no, it goes in. Kind of rim job for the Rockets. That shot's good by whoever that dude is. 119-92. 118-92, excuse me. And they get the ball in the basket, and he's going to throw it down in the paint.
Thunder. Dome of justice.
That's when Spurs come here. Yeah, Robert. I don't know what to say. Asia Papa's out with a health issue. Apparently a serious health issue. The Prude, please keep chucking. Do you want what? You want me to chuck threes? You seem like they've been playing everything for Houston yet. Tracy, he's got 15 points and he did not shoot well from the field. I don't know what his final shooting percentage is, but I can't imagine it's good. We're in a timeout with 3:41 to go. It's 120-94. Spurs could use some lion-out like the Thundercats guy? Thundercats! Earphone users beware, because stuff like that will happen. My neighbors must hate me. Sorry, you earphone users beware. The hell? Trying to prove he has handles. Who, Michael? Wemby? This team will be good when Day comes back. No worries to bounce it. When who comes back? Oh, Dev. Save that for the winning, I know. Man, remember when Marco Bellinelli used to be on the Spurs? I used to yell that a lot. I don't think there's any streams with him. No, I don't think so. That Panther, that's right. He is not Steph Curry. And I think that's the one frustrating thing with Wemby is when you see him line up and just walk up and launch a three like Steph would from the logo or just walking up and taking a shot with 21 seconds on the shot clock. It's like, you're not Steph. City Sissoko misses at the basket, gets his own miss and puts it in. There's very few players in the NBA that be okay with just walking up and launching a three. Steph Curry is on that extremely short list. Maybe Reggie Miller. It's a miss for the Rockets, and I'm starting to not know some of these Rockets players. My apologies. Sissoko with the ball again, gets it to Bassi. 14 on the shot clock. Charles going to back his man up in the post. No, he's not. He'll pick up a dribble instead, and then turns the ball over. A steal by Cam Whitmore. He'll take it in and throw it down. Versace 33 and 7 and 3 plus 3 steals and 2 blocks. Wow. That's got to be Versace's best game of the year, right? Exactly, Michael. Sissoko for 3? That's something I don't say often. Those were fun times, Veronica. 2.5 minutes ago to this train wreck. A train wreck it is. Make no mistake about it. Number 32 for 3. I don't know who this dude is for the Rockets. Oh, it's Green. It's the other Green. The other green guy. Exactly, William. Duke misses in the paint. Here's the thing. Spurs do this every year. They play good for about 3 games during the first week and make us optimistic. Then it goes to complete crap. You know, that has been the blueprint. We play good for the first 3 to 5 games, whatever. Have a few moments, and then look last year. Remember when we beat Phoenix back-to-back? Weren't we all extremely excited? We started off 3-2 and beat the Suns. Granted, they were missing some players. Kevin Durant, Booker T, and Beal were not on the court at the same time, but we beat the Suns. They had KD for both games, and one game they had Booker. Beal, I think, missed both. We're like, hey, the Spurs team is actually decent. Cam Whitmer's at the line for 2. And what happened? What happened after that 3-2 start? 18-game losing streak. I actually looked it up today. I was like, the 18-game losing streak started after that 3-2 start. Yeah, Booker T. Chip is an OKC. Oh, actually, it's literally, yeah. We could use Chip. And we beat Denver near the end of the year, Brian. So we started strong, finished strong. It's just the, 75 games in between we didn't play very well. Rockets are in the bonus if anybody cares. We play the Spurs going to go crazy? I hope so. Sissoko with the ball in three-point land. Is he going to chuck a 3? He is not. Gets it to Riley Minix. Minix will take a mile-long 3. No good. Riley Minix trying to channel his inner Steph Curry. Kokoshibo, that's the worst moment on this channel for sure. I missed one game of that because of an eye issue, but I did call 17 out of those 18-game losses, and it was brutal. The Chris Paul Thunder started 3-12. He's older, yes, but we have hope for improvement. We don't have a Sell. We don't have Sohan. We don't even have Pop. I don't know who any of these dudes are for the Rockets now. I'm just going to throw that out there. Spurs ball down by 28. Sissoko out to David Duke Jr. 10 on the shot clock for Dookie. He's going to get fouled. Reyes, I hope so too. I don't want another year like this. We've lost 60 games 2 years in a row. Yeah, and no Trey Jones either. I don't want to make excuses for this team whatsoever, but to be down 2 starters and your head coach and your backup point guard, that's a lot for one team to overcome, especially one of the youngest teams in the NBA. Kokoshiba, we did get beaten like this last year, though. The last 2 years. All right, Carlos, I will show you the game.
Sucker!
Wemby year 4. Yeah, I'm sure he's going to be amazing. We're ways away from that. Yep. I'd love to see a win tomorrow. I don't want to start a new losing streak because there'll be 2 losses in a row after tonight. Whitmore for 3, no good. Duke will bring it up, gets it up to Sissoko. City will drive in the paint and turns the ball over. Fast break and an alley-oop totally botched by the Rockets. They were trying to alley-oop it to this, whoever this white dude is. He did not have any alley-oops to get up and dunk that. David Duke Jr. is going to launch a quick 3. Nope. I mean, I know Mitch is supposed to be ready, but this roster, there are times now when I'm just thinking to myself, is this roster just put together poorly? Is Brian Wright in the front office just done an absolute terrible job of getting guys together? I don't know. Rockets let the clock run out, shot clock violation. The Spurs will get it back, and they are going to lose big. I do. Carlos, I do remember that. That was a different league back then. All right, let me put the F up here for final. This game was never competitive. Never. So if you guys are heading out, please hit the thumbs up on the way out. It does still help the channel. Stay to the end. We'll go over the final game stats in a very, very disappointing game for Spurs fans. I got to think this is not what we expected tonight. Not having Jeremy Sohan didn't lose by 30. Was 127 one? Didn't we get to 100 or is it 99? ESPN saying 127.99. Did we not crack 100? Wait a minute. Do we only have 99? Well, shoot. That sucks. We didn't lose by 30. Didn't lose by 30. Very frustrating, Joaquin. Extremely. But I'm still going to be here. Our 6th year in a row calling the Spurs. And every year's been a losing year. So far, this year's no different. And, yeah. Let's get into the end of the game stats. For the Houston Rockets, Jabari Smith Jr. with 12. Dylan Brooks with 10. Alperen Şengün with 16. Fred VanVleet was a monster in only 25 minutes. 21 points, 10 assists, 7 rebounds on 10 of 11 shooting. Jalen Green with 21. So everybody double digits for the Rockets in the starting lineup. They only had 11 turnovers to our 19. Off the bench, the other Green with 5. Eason with 12. Thompson with 8. Whitmore with 6. With 4. Tate with 2. A lot of guys play for the Rockets. Jacques Landale, 5 of 12 from the field. Not really. He took 12 shots. Former Spur, he finished with 11 points. McFly with 0. And Holiday with 0. Reed Shepherd, their rookie, the 3rd overall draft pick, finished with 5. Oh, it is 100. All right, they put it up to 100. The Spurs did clock 100. 127 to 100. My bad. For the Spurs, oh boy. Julian Champagnie, 13 points of 5 of 9 shooting, 3 of 6 from the arc. He actually had a decent game. Harrison Barnes, invisible again. 2 points on 1 of 4 shooting. Only played 18 minutes. He did nothing out there. Victor Wembanyama, 15 points on 6 of 14 shooting, but he is 1 of 6 from beyond the arc. Hit both his free throws. He's like a 92% shooter for the year. 6 rebounds, no assists, 1 steal, 3 blocks, 4 turnovers. CP3 with 10 points and 4 assists. And Stephon Castle, another rough shooting night. 5 points on 2 of 8 shooting, including 1 of 5 from beyond the arc. Should be noted, another one of his 3-point misses was a Hail Mary at the end of a quarter. He did have 3 steals and no turnovers, so there's a net positive, I suppose. But no assists either, and he was running the point at times. Clearly not ready to run point. Clearly. Zach Collins with 6 points off the bench. Mama Kelshveli with 10 points and 7 rebounds. All right, on 4 or 5 shooting. Ingram and Minix both took a shot and missed. They both had 0. Kellen Johnson, 10 points in 19 minutes, 4 rebounds. An efficient night, 4 of 6, but not taking a lot of shots. Charles Bassey got some action, 6 points, and also 2 turnovers in only 7 minutes. Okay. Duke Jr., 3 points on 1 of 4 shooting. Malachi Branham, 10 points. Blake Wesley, rough night for him. 5 points. He shot 2 of 8 from the field. Was missing a whole lot, including quite a few in the paint. And City Sissoko got some action. He got 5 points. Spurs got outscored in every quarter except for the third, and they lose 127 to 100. And that Clippers game and now this game really feel like last year. Feel like the last 2 years. And that's not a good feeling, Spurs fans. Our team was awful to watch at times last year. Awful to watch the year before. I hope we don't have to go through this for an extended period of time. I hate calling games like this. I'm sure you don't like watching them or hearing the play-by-play or hanging out for these type of games. I appreciate you for staying to the end. Stuff like this, I don't want to see too much more of this. I feel like Wemby is being coddled. Spurs are like the ugly boyfriend hoping the beautiful girl doesn't realize she can do better. Wow. Michael, I don't know what's happening this year. They've taken a step back. Zach is a bum. Kellen Johnson can't depend on him every night. No point guards. It's bad. Casimir, it's getting bad. It is. I try to be positive and optimistic. There's no way to sugarcoat this. This was an ugly loss to the Rockets and a horrible quarter 2 and 4 against the Clippers to choke away a 26-point lead. Good night, Veronica. I don't know what to say. How about win, lose, or tie? Go Spurs, go until I die. So, my friends, if you could slip the thumbs up on the way out, would appreciate it. We'll be live tomorrow versus the Portland Trailblazers at 8 p.m. Eastern. I don't know if Miss TSR is going to join me on camera. If she does, we'll do a giveaway tomorrow night. I'll put a note in the community. If not, maybe we'll do the giveaway Saturday instead. And I look at the roster and expect them to lose. Y'all look at the roster and expect miracles. Well, G5, let's back up for a second. Don't confuse optimism with lying to yourself. Nice, Jovan. Going into the season, I thought our starting lineup would be Victor Wembanyama, Jeremy Sohan, Harrison Barnes, Devin Vassell, and Chris Paul, with our primary being Kelvin off the bench and others. This was ugly, but we should acknowledge the fact they're without 2 starters, arguably their second and third best players, in Devin Vassell and Jeremy Sohan. And Sohan's been playing very good this season. We lost our most versatile defender in him. We lost one of the guys that can create his own shot in Devin Vassell. We lost our backup point guard, Trey Jones, and our head coach is out. That's a lot to overcome for a young team. Listen, they still lost and they got cooked, not making excuses for that. But this team is missing a lot of components. If you took Fred VanVleet off the Rockets right now, would he be playing as well? Of course not. He's El Capitan. And it's just the way it is. And maybe this will be one of those years we have injuries like this, and we do get a top 3 pick again. But I personally don't want to see a lot more of this. It is next man up. Might lose to Portland. Mohammed, there you go. We don't expect wins. We expect development. This was not what we're expecting. What did we see? Did we see any development tonight with our guys? Wemby still chucking threes and missing. You want to see guys progress, and we saw Jeremy Sohan progress throughout this year, right? The little bit we saw him, he was progressing. But now he's sidelined with an injury and out for who knows how long and how much that'll derail his growth this year. Respect for covering the game, Rich. Wishing you and everyone a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you, William. Blake is an offensive liability, and you're welcome, Archon March. You appreciate that. At full strength, I expect more, but when people are missing, I don't expect much of anything. That's fair. But even though I don't expect much of anything, I'd like to see the guys be more competitive than this. I mean, did we ever feel like we were in this game? Not really. So that's all I'm asking. Is this, some development and be competitive and show some heart and some fire out there. Even if you're losing, go after it. That's your job. You're getting paid millions of dollars to play a kid's game. You're so lucky. I don't know. I'm rambling. But yeah, there you go. Didn't expect to win, but make it watchable. So the objective of the season, Johan, it's definitely more than 22 wins. More than 20. Not 60 losses. I'll go simple. Show heart, show fire. And yeah, exactly. Why do they want KSH? I don't know why Wemby's shooting so many threes. I'm beyond frustrated with it. I love watching Wemby play. I love watching him do, the occasional time we see a spin move and see him just go at somebody and dunk it. Seeing the alley-oops, which we didn't see one alley-oop tonight to Wemby, I don't believe. I don't get why he's out in three-point land so much. I don't understand why the Spurs are fully endorsing it. They did say, well, you drafted a unicorn, so let him do unicorn things. Yes, we drafted Wemby because he can do special things. And shoot threes at his size is one of them, but he's missing all his threes. He's under 22%. For a guy that's taking 7 threes a game being under 22%, the analytics are not on your side in that case. So, 22 wins, oh God, no. Camo, Selena's, she's thicker, as you kids say these days, thicker. No, I don't believe in Brian Wright. I don't. I'm sorry, Brian. I don't. And it's a big part of that's a 2021 draft. Joshua Primo, Joe Wieskamp, an absolute dud of a draft. A waste of a draft for a rebuilding team. Inexcusable. And no, not because he whipped out his pee-pee. That he whipped out his Primos. Except for one great game of the preseason, defensively at that. I thought Primo sucked. I'm sorry. Sorry, Joshua Primo, who's not even in the NBA anymore. From what I saw offensively, I kind of thought he sucked. Like, this dude needs a lot of development. Yeah, he's young, He was a complete reach at 12. There were so many players that were better available, and we took him when he should have gone 24th or 25th. He was projected mostly in the middle of the first round by a lot of analysis, and we take him at 12. All right, guys, I'm done ranting. I don't want to talk. I don't want to get negative. I love the Spurs. If you're still here, I know you love the Spurs too. There's going to be good moments in the season. Unfortunately, we're going to have games like this, and we're going to have games like this. Hopefully not too many more. So thank you. Please hit the thumbs up again on the way out. On behalf of Selena, myself, Lil Mikey, Headband Grogu, Baby Coyote, and let's not forget my Johnson. You didn't see my Johnson earlier. There's my Johnson. What's going to do? What TSR Sports runs wild on you. Go Spurs, go!